10 great players who never won a title because of Michael Jordan. Before we start, I would want you to hit that red subscribe button so you never miss out on any of our videos. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to SporTastic. Here are 10 great players who never won an NBA title because of Michael Jordan. Number 10, Shawn Kemp. He may not have had a consistent run for a long time, but for a few seasons, no power forward was more explosive than Shawn Kemp. He slowly grew into a better player with each passing season, and his peak came in 1995-96 alongside Gary Payton. That season, Kemp averaged 19.6 points per game, 11.4 rebounds per game, and helped lead the Seattle Supersonics to a 64-18 record. It was the franchise's best shot at a championship until they moved to Oklahoma City. A loss, Kemp ran into Jordan's absurdly good 72-10 Bulls in the finals and lost in 6 games. Number 9, Mark Price. Mark Price is one of the most interesting cases on the list. He never faced Michael Jordan in the finals, or even in the conference finals. Still, he was a key player for several Cleveland Cavaliers squads that went up against the Bulls in earlier rounds. The most notable of these instances came in the 1988 playoffs. That's when Jordan eliminated the Cavs with the now infamous game winner known as The Shot. Price was a supremely good player and is a member of the small 50-40-90 club. Number 8, Anthony Hardaway. For fans of the Orlando Magic, this one hurt. Michael Jordan's retirement after the 1993 season should have opened the door for plenty of players to win championships. Instead, the only franchise to do so while he was gone was the Houston Rockets. In one of those seasons, Houston beat Orlando, led by Shaquille O'Neal and Anthony "Penny" Hardaway. The following year, Orlando was swept by the Bulls and Jordan went on to win another title. Shaq also eventually was crowned, but a championship eluded Penny. Number 7, Tim Hardaway. This is typically one of the more overlooked cases in terms of players who lost to Jordan. Tim Hardaway wasn't someone who found himself on the opposite side of the court often in big games, but there was one year that stood out in a major way. The 1996-97 season saw Hardaway's Miami Heat lead the Eastern Conference with a 61-21 record. They were supposed to be the biggest threat to the Bulls. However, Chicago knocked them out in 5 games in the conference finals. Number 6, Dikembe Mutombo. Basketball Hall of Famer Mutombo was one of the most important players on any team he played for. That's because the legendary 4-time Defensive Player of the Year held down the fort in the paint. During All-Star Weekend in 1997, Mutombo mentioned that Jordan had never dunked on him. His Hawks met the Bulls in the playoffs, and the series was tied 1-1 at that point. The Bulls took over. Jordan even dunked on Mutombo and famously taunted him. Number 5, Reggie Miller. Reggie Miller is one of the greatest shooting guards of all time. He was a sharpshooter with a knack for draining clutch shots. Holding that position in the East during the 90s means that he had some duels with Jordan. The two nearly even fought a few times. The most notable meeting between them came in 1998. Miller's Pacers were the first team to take the Bulls to a deciding 7th game in the conference finals in a long time. You could argue that they had the best shot at ending the Bulls dynasty. Alas, it wasn't to be. Miller made it to the finals in 2000, but never won it all.
Every time it's in his hands.
Does he love the pressure?
Number 4, Patrick Ewing. No player was more tormented by Michael Jordan throughout his career than Patrick Ewing. The New York Knicks center is one of the league's greatest big men ever, but he had the misfortune of playing Jordan's Bulls almost every year. It happened in 1989, 91, 92, 93, and 96. Jordan kept getting in the way each time the Knicks would put together a very good team. Ewing's Knicks finally made the finals with Jordan retiring in 94, yet they couldn't beat the Rockets.
Eliminate Boston in 1990.
Number 3, Karl Malone. When people think about the athletes with the most points in NBA history, names like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Kobe Bryant, and LeBron James spring to mind. However, the man with the second most points in history is actually Karl Malone. The Utah Jazz legend found himself matched up with Jordan's Bulls in both the 1997 and 1998 NBA Finals. Jordan's flu game and his final shot in a Bulls uniform put Malone's title hopes to bed. He'd rank higher, but some argued that Malone came up a bit short in these big games. Number 2, John Stockton. Take what was said about Karl Malone and apply it here. The reason those Utah Jazz teams were so successful was the pairing of Malone and John Stockton. As accomplished as Malone is, Stockton has done just as much, if not more. For example, Stockton is actually the NBA's all-time leader in assists and steals, and it's not really close. Had Stockton and Malone teamed up at almost any other time in league history, they would have been champions. Jordan just wasn't having it.
Stockton nails the three.
Number 1, Charles Barkley. Some folks believe that the Phoenix Suns team that played the Chicago Bulls in the '93 finals was among the worst in championship history despite winning 62 games. Regardless of their talent level, they were a threat for one huge reason. Charles Barkley was incredible that season and even won the MVP award. He led the Suns to a finals battle with Jordan and the Bulls. Barkley was stellar there, including a 42-point performance. However, Jordan averaged a finals record of 41 points per game, and Barkley never got close to a title again. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the next 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.